Hello friends, welcome to the IT Buddies channel. This is the part 3 of our Meal Finder application. So if you don't watch our part 1 and part 2, then you can check my description. I added the part 1 and part 2 video link along with them code. So remember in the part 2, we apply an functionality like search and display this kind of meals from our API. Now in this part 3, we have to show single meal page like this. Whenever I click any of our result, you can see here recipe according to our particular click. You can see here. So we have to do all of this stuff inside this video. So stay tuned. Now we have to move inside our coding part first. Here I want to add another event listener, that is click. So whenever I click any of these images, then I will get particular result according to our search food. So for that I write here meals element, add event listener. Remember, all of our meals is modified by this meals element. So we use here to add an event listener. This is click. After that, we have to pass our event. So const meal info. Inside that event, we have to create another variable, that is meal info. And inside that, we have to find our particular recipe, what we have to click. So we write here e.path.find. Inside that, first we have to write our item, and if our item dot class list. So if we find our recipe, then it will return our meal info, that is basically the name of our meal. So return item dot class list contains meal info, else it will return false. So if we find our particular meal according to our click event, after that we have to find our meal info, and we have to print our name. So for that I create another variable, that is meal ID. Because remember, every meal have different ID, so we have to grab that meal with this ID. So here we have to write meal info, and here we have to use our get attribute method, and this is our meal ID. And for our checking purpose, we have to print that with console.log meal ID. So now save this and search here anything, and whenever I click on this particular image, you can see here first there is an error. So let's solve this first. Here our function is e.path.find. So now let's save this and search anything here, and now click on this. You can see here our ID is not generated because here we have to write class list. So now save this And whenever I search on this particular image, here you can see we can find our ID of this image like this. So we can get our meal ID because each of our meal have particular ID. So we can use this ID to generate our recipe. This is the tricky part of our program, but you only have to remember that we use this meal info variable to find our meal ID according to our meal that we have clicked. Otherwise, it will return false. And if we get, then we have to print our meal ID. So now printing only meal ID, we have to pass a function that is get meal by ID. Add a function here that is get meal by ID. Inside that we have to get this meal ID, and here we have to fetch a particular API that is this lookup full meal details because we have to print details of our particular click image. So now copy this and paste here. Now instead of this, we have to put this inside our dollar syntax and write here meal ID. Then we have to write our promise. So this is our response and that is our JSON format, and this is our function. So we have to pass this bracket. Here we have to print our data. So for our checking purpose, we write here console.log. So now save this. And whenever I click on this image, you can see here we can find the image, or you can see the details of our particular image. Now let's move all of these from the server side to client side, or you can say to our DOM side. So here you can see this is our first array. So I use here const meal is equal to data dot meals. This is our first array. So I write here 0. Then I write here another function that is add meal to DOM because we have to print all of them to our client side. And here we have to pass our meal. Now create another function here that is add meal to DOM. Inside that we have to grab this meal that is this. But there is a problem because this API will provide us these ingredients and these measures separately. So we have to connect them by these like sour cream 1/4 cup, chopped onion 2 TBS. So for that we have to generate a for loop to combine all of these together. So first const ingredients. By default it is an empty array, and let's create our loop. Start from 1 and let's end to this 20, then increase I plus plus. Here we have to find all of our meal ingredients by these str ingredients. This is this, so we can copy this and here we have to pass them with our eye each, so that is one by one. Then we have to push them inside this array, that is ingredients. So dot push. Here we have to connect them. So meal str ingredients and our meal measure this. Else we have to break our for loop. So I write else, break this loop. Now save this. Remember, here we write all of this stuff because we have to connect our ingredients and our measures together. Then we have to print our recipe by clicking an event. So by default, our single meal inner HTML is null. You can see here, instead of this result heading, we have to write here single meal inner HTML is null now, and now we have to modify it by inside this function, that is add meal to DOM. Now remember, whenever we click on our particular image, it will go inside this function, that is get meal by ID. Inside that, we have to get all of our details, and we have to pass another function, that is add meal to DOM. And inside our add meal to DOM function, we have to connect our ingredients and measures, and after that we have to modified our single meal inner HTML. So for that, right here single meal dot inner HTML, and make sure here you can use this backtick, and here I create another class that is named single meal. First let's print our name, that is inside our h1 tag meal.str meal. So now save this, and by default you can see here single meal inner HTML is null. Yes, this is null, and whenever I click on this, you can see here it will modify and print our name. Now along with this name, we also have to print our image. So I write here image source is equal to our image name, that is meal.str meal thumb. You can see here our image link is inside this str meal thumb. After that, we also have to write our alt. Inside that, we have to print our meal name. So str meal. Then save this, and here you can see along with that name you can find our image also. Then we have to print this category and area if our recipe will have. So for that, I create another div with class single meal info. Inside that, we have to print that. So dollar sign meal dot str category. For category, you can see here str category for every meal and str area for every area. So we have to print that if we have, otherwise we have to print nothing. So we have to pass this syntax. If we'll have, then we have to print inside this paragraph. Otherwise we print nothing. Same for our area. Save this. Here you can see there is an error because here we have to print all of these inside our backtick, and make sure we have to close this class name. And now save this, search any of our favorite meal, and you can see here we also got the area and category of our favorite food. Now we also have to print instruction like this. So for that I create another class that is main. Then inside this paragraph I print that meal.str instruction. You can see here the instructions with this str instruction object. So now save this, and you can see here we also get our instructions. This is nice. Then we have to pass our ingredients also. So for that I write here inside our h2 tag ingredients. Then we have to print all of them inside unordered list. Ingredients, and we have to map them so we can print all of them inside a array ingredients, and here we have to print them. So we use this li tag. Here we have to print all of that ingredients, and this is our map. So we have to print all of them as an string. So we pass here dot join. So now save this and search here. Then you can see here we can also get our ingredients, and that is together our ingredients and measures, because inside our for loop we connect together like this. Now let's take a quick pause here because we completed the part 3 of our meal finder application. In this part we can apply to show our single meal page like this, and inside our next part, or you can say last part of our application, we have to apply CSS to all of these single meal page. and it will looks like this, and this looks pretty much good. And we also add this random button functionality like this. So if you want to continue with our project, then you can check my description. I will add the part 4 video link whenever I will upload the part 4 video. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and bye bye.